Ready?
Pep Guardiola is an indisputable legend in the world of football. His remarkable achievements include not just one, but two continental trebles, making him the only manager to accomplish this extraordinary feat. He holds numerous records, such as being the youngest manager to win the UEFA Champions League and has dominated every league he enters. You can call him the Superman of football. With 36 major honours as a manager, Guardiola's success is undeniable. However, his impact on the game goes beyond mere silverware. He's revolutionised the way football's played, leaving an indelible mark on the sport. He literally transformed modern-day football. His coaching methods and tactical genius have served as inspiration for countless coaches and players worldwide. This is how Pep Guardiola changed football forever. Pep Guardiola's coaching career began in 2007 when he joined Barcelona as the coach of the B team. Back then, many people didn't pay much attention to the role of the B team coach, but Guardiola wasted no time in making a difference. He believed that keeping the ball and passing it well were crucial to success. Guardiola implemented a 4-3-3 formation with Sergio Busquets as the key player at the base of the midfield. This style of play was influenced by Guardiola's own experience as a player, but he added his own creative touches to it. In his first season, he led the B team to promotion, which was a big achievement for a team that had previously struggled. When the team's senior coach Frank Rijkaard left in 2008, Guardiola was given the opportunity to lead the senior team. Barcelona had gone through 2 seasons without winning any trophies, but Guardiola believed that the team had the talent to succeed. In his first meeting with the players, he emphasized the importance of hard work and effort, saying, "It is time for everybody to run and give their all." He wanted the players to focus on the process rather than just the results. Under Guardiola's astute guidance, Barcelona underwent a transformative overhaul. Icons such as Ronaldinho and Deco made way for a new generation, while emerging talents like Pedro and Sergio Busquets were swiftly promoted from the ranks of the B team. Though the 2008-09 league campaign didn't start so well, with defeats against Numancia and a draw against Racing Santander, Barcelona soon turned the corner and embarked on an unforgettable journey. It was a season that witnessed the birth of one of the most exquisite styles of play the football world had ever beheld. This mesmerizing style became renowned as tiki-taka, or positional play. The positional play was a style of play that had never been witnessed before, and it set the Catalan club apart from their rivals. Guardiola's training methods were extraordinary, conditioning his players to think ahead, make calculated passes, and move with purpose on the pitch. He transformed the traditional roles of players, turning the centre-back into a pivot, the full-back into a winger, the winger into a striker, and the striker into an attacking midfielder. This orchestrated chaos aimed to create numerical superiority around the ball. By overwhelming the opposition, Barcelona could move the ball fluidly, create scoring opportunities, and disrupt the defensive stability of their adversaries. This style of play came to be known as tiki-taka, but it was more than just passing for the sake of possession. It had a clear objective. Guardiola utilised Lionel Messi as a false 9, pushing the wingers higher up the pitch and converting the fullbacks into attacking outlets. Each movement and position was carefully crafted to establish dominance in key midfield zones identified by Guardiola. Their system employed a sweeper keeper in Victor Valdés, allowing the midfield trio of Xavi, Iniesta and Busquets to dictate play effortlessly. These 3 players formed an indestructible engine. The team operated triangular passing patterns, minimising long balls and opting for purposeful, artistic and devastating short passes. Guardiola's tactical revolution extended beyond attacking prowess. It encompassed the team's defensive approach as well. When they lost possession, Barcelona employed a high-pressing counter-attack, a strategy now used by many successful teams today. However, their most intriguing defensive tactic was their ability to defend by keeping the ball. Rather than chasing after the opponents, Barcelona focused on maintaining possession, forcing the opposition to tire themselves out, and limiting their chances to regain control. This was how Barcelona became a dominant force during that period. Back then, Guardiola was viewed as the high priest of a style of play perfected by his mentor, the Dutch master Johan Cruyff. When Pep Guardiola took the reins at Bayern Munich in June 2013, he faced the daunting task of improving a team that had just achieved a remarkable treble the season before he arrived. While Guardiola couldn't replicate the previous success in winning the treble, his impact on German football was undeniable. Guardiola's extreme obsessiveness, attention to detail, and tactical knowledge transformed Bayern Munich's style of play. He introduced a possession-based approach that suffocated opponents while delivering breathtaking team goals that entertained fans. Guardiola amalgamated the best ideas from his predecessor, Jupp Heynckes, successfully incorporating his own philosophy and taking Bayern to unprecedented levels of dominance in German football. Guardiola implemented a 4-1-4-1 system and made significant positional changes within the team. Notably, he moved Philipp Lahm from fullback to holding midfielder, a move that showcased Guardiola's ability to maximize players' versatility. One of the trademarks of Guardiola's Bayern teams was the use of a single pivot, which provided stability in midfield. To counter the fast counterattacks prevalent in the Bundesliga, Guardiola employed inverted wingbacks, enhancing defensive solidity. Bayern played possession-based football, relying on the speed of Arjen Robben and the finesse of Franck Ribéry to dismantle opposing defences. While Bayern Munich broke numerous records and dominated domestically, their performance in the Champions League left much to be desired. The team faltered in the semi-finals on multiple occasions against Spanish opponents, leaving Guardiola with a lingering regret. Recognizing the need for a fresh challenge, Guardiola decided to embark on a new journey to the English Premier League. Before we proceed, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button to unlock a world of football like never before. Let's move on. Upon his arrival at Manchester City in 2016, Pep Guardiola sought to restore a balanced and unpredictable attack by tweaking the concept of the false nine. While he didn't have a player like Lionel Messi at his disposal, Guardiola experimented with formations that involved players dropping off the front line to overload the midfield and disrupt the opposition's centre-backs, creating space behind them. This approach was exemplified in the Champions League final 2 years ago, where Kevin De Bruyne and Phil Foden showcased their synergy in the middle, opening up avenues for each other to exploit. City's ever-shifting attack became an enigma for opponents, as the additional bodies in the build-up provided them with maximum control over the game. However, with the arrival of Erling Haaland, Guardiola faced the challenge of integrating the striker into his team without compromising the control he craved. He had to make notable adaptations to accommodate Haaland's presence. Guardiola entrusted centre-back John Stones with the role of a second pivot alongside Rodri, forming a box-like midfield setup with two additional central midfielders. This ensured that City never lacked numbers in the middle of the pitch. Additionally, the inverted fullbacks were replaced by wide, no-nonsense centre-halves, such as Manuel Akanji and Nathan Ake, who excelled in blocking and tackling. Guardiola was even willing to loan out Joao Cancelo to Bayern Munich and sold Alexander Zinchenko to make room for these tactical adjustments. In terms of the wingers, players like Jack Grealish and Bernardo Silva proved to be perfect instruments of control, as the ball seemed to stick to them effortlessly. City's versatility was on full display, as they could overwhelm teams with possession or opt for a more counter-attacking style. For instance, in the just concluded season, they managed to dominate Real Madrid with 59% possession, while also defeating Arsenal 3-1 with just 36% possession, which marked the lowest possession percentage for any Guardiola-led team. The 2022-23 Man City team represents Guardiola's most multifunctional, multifaceted, and dynamic team yet. Employing a 3-2-4-1 system, Guardiola has created a formation that allows his team to exploit various avenues of attack from different directions. They can swiftly penetrate the opposition's defense or patiently work their way through from behind. The dominance exhibited by this team is reminiscent of Guardiola's Barcelona side, making them a formidable force in the footballing world. What truly sets Guardiola apart is his ability to envision and execute new approaches to the game. Just when it seemed like there was nothing more to invent in terms of playing football, he shattered that notion. He pioneered revolutionary playing styles and tactical innovations that have since become commonplace in the sport. From the grassroots level to the highest tiers of the game, Guardiola's impact is evident as teams worldwide embrace his principles and philosophies. After a successful 22-23 season, winning the treble with Manchester City, can we now consider Pep Guardiola as the greatest football manager ever? Let us know what you think in the comment section below.